Hey loves. Saying that I'm low network connection, that's not good. Okay, I think I'm live. Okay, so I am feeling really called to do some theta healing downloads and just clearings on any and all baggage that you have around your business, around being an entrepreneur or solopreneur or any other projects that you have going on as like a side hustle, to clear, release, and let go of that so that you can realign with your truth instead of be focusing on other people's stuff or how they're doing it, or comparing or judging yourself, or feeling like you're being judged, or being afraid to produce more things into the world because you're going to get judged, or people will think that it's a failure, or you'll only serve one person instead of like 100 million. That you can clear that stuff so you can be cleaner. And this is coming up because I'm talking to a lot of people who are either starting their business or in like the first year of their business, and what's coming up for them is like, this is harder than they expected. And I have so fucking been there. I can still be there in my business of like, oh my god, like this is the biggest personal development journey of my entire fucking life, is like owning my own business and doing this and showing up in the world, and still feeling like in my head having expectations of I should be here or this should be easier. So I've been having conversations about that, and one soul sister in particular I was talking with, she was like, I feel like no one tells you how hard entrepreneurship is going to be. Like, everything online just looks awesome and amazing, and there's this theme of like, I don't feel people tell you how fucking hard it's going to be, so there can be some expectations of like, yeah, get in business, follow your soul's calling, and like instantly you're gonna have hundreds of millions of followers and a ton of money in your bank, and like everything's gonna be awesome just like overnight. And for the majority of people, that isn't how that path looks. It can totally happen for some, and you can have that belief system and go off and change the world and do awesome, amazing things. But for a lot of people, it tends to be a little bit more work and building you as the human container for your ability to support other people and serve people. And there's something that like Abraham Hicks says, that like if you got all of your meals that you're going to eat for the rest of your life all at once, that wouldn't be a great thing. It would actually be kind of like a curse. It would be bad. So similarly, if you got all of your people and all your clients and all the things all at once, that wouldn't be great. So it's good that it's spread out over time. And also, if you like woke up tomorrow and had a million people sending you email, it's very likely that you currently, as this version of yourself, don't have the structure or energy to reply to them and scale and do all these things like in an instant. So the universe, God, creator, source energy is doing this for you, so that as you grow and learn these lessons and develop your character and have deeper boundaries and new standards of yourself in your life and take better care of yourself, so that you're serving from an overflow, so that you won't be burning yourself out with all your client work. Like, as you continue to grow and expand, things just match you. Like, the universe 100% matches the energy and effort that you put into this, and it's all for your highest and best good. It's a journey for a reason. If we just like always got there within like instant manifestation, life would be pretty boring. So we're going to clear, release, and let go of all that stuff. And I'll say hi to everyone who's popping on live. Hi Lila and Rebecca and Darla and Mike. I hope you guys are having an awesome night. So I'm going to do some theta healing downloads, which is essentially me bringing you into your theta brainwave, which you naturally normally go into every single night when you go to bed, and that's directly connected to your subconscious mind. So I'm going to tap into the blocks or limiting belief systems that you've picked up from society or friends or your parents, that is just like in your blueprint, that you don't really get the value or service from anymore. Like, it could have at one point in your life totally served you, and it's like, yep, we absorb a lot of things through osmosis that don't necessarily serve our highest and best good. So it's going to clear those things out and realign you with your truth, with your soul's calling. And if you'd like to receive that, all you have to do is say yes in the comments below. So do you want to clear, release, and let go of the pressure, stress, weight, responsibility, and overwhelm of your business, of being an entrepreneur or solopreneur or having a side hustle? And if you'd like to clear those completely on all levels and resolve it on history level, you can say yes. Do you want to know who you are and what your life looks like? Enjoying the process, that you can be present in this moment and focus on your next best step, that you know who you are and what your life looks like when you are in alignment with your divine timing, so that you can move in inspired action steps. and that you know that this is completely possible and safe on all levels, and that you can live without comparing yourself to other people's processes or their paths or their strategies or their tools or what they're doing in the world and their lanes that they're on, that you can focus on yours and do so in a loving, joyful, easy way. And if you would like that, you can say yes. Do you want to cut the cords, contracts, vows, commitments, and obligations to needing to save people, to needing to like pull people out of their shit and into a better light, so that you can allow yourself to send love to the people who aren't yet ready for your work and your programs or your offerings or your one-on-one things or your group programs, that you can send them love without like trying to save people or have like energy vampires in your life, that you can clearly release and let go of that completely in all levels, and that you can show up as your highest and best version for them and for your soul mate clients in this world, that you can serve them in the way that you'll meet their energy for where they're at, and that you can support them in the ways that feel good to you and them without extending yourself or burning yourself out. And if you would like that, you can say yes. And you want to know who you are and what your life looks like? Loving your business again. Loving the process and honoring yourself for exactly where you're at, knowing that you are a beautiful masterpiece while simultaneously being a work in progress, and that you can always support and nourish and help or refer the people who come into your life, so that you can help people who are a couple steps behind you, and that you can feel safe in referring out to others or just being really clear with your boundaries of what you can and can't provide space for. And if you would like that, you can say yes. And like the conscious piece of that, I've been talking to people, and it's like so interesting because I'm like, oh my god, these were like the blocks that I went through when I started my journey and experienced these different things. So if you're in a place where you're like, okay, I can do this, this, and this, but I don't also know how to deal with these other things, and that can sometimes come up. It's so important that you just be clear with that, that you know that these are my areas of expertise, and if and when a client comes through my doors who needs more than this, I can just be really honest and open and authentic with them and be like, I can definitely support you in getting from this place that you're at to these places, these end results, without being like, oh, I think that they also want all these things. If you're super clear about the result and the outcomes that you help and support people with, then that's what people really deeply desire. You don't have to pretend that you have a certification that you don't, or that you have the knowledge or skills that you don't. You can just be like, these are the amazing things that I can do, I'm the expert in, and then support them in finding another container, or just be like, this is what I'm expert in, this is what I do. Like, part of me creating the Love and Light show was literally like, I have a huge referral network where I'm like, ooh, if someone comes to me and they want like tantric stuff, like I can do a ton of stuff in reconnecting to body and sexuality and orgasmic bliss, and going from like personally and then with clients who are like soul sister clients, being able to never orgasm by myself or with a partner, to like incredible multiple orgasm squirting bliss, like amazingness. And I was like super disconnected from my body. So when I talk to people, I'm like, these are the specific things that I can support people with. If they want tantra, sex, and awesomeness, I also have people in my like light worker communities who do have certifications and like experiences with tantra and all that. So you can do the same thing if you're like, okay, I can do this. My like niche thing, the awesome thing, my like expertise in is this. Then you can just be super clear in that with your offering. So you don't have to be worried that like, oh my gosh, what if in a holistic approach they also have like a nutrition thing that they need help with, and also this and also that. You can just be super clear, this is what I am like amazing at helping people with, and then there's other people in the world that either you can choose to support them to find or not. You don't have to take that on, and that is like your container of how you can serve and support them. So that can be like a weight off people's shoulders, that you don't have to help everyone with everything and apply to like all the certifications and like have 1,000,002 things that are in your tool belt. You can be super awesome at your things and then let your people go to other people for all the other tools. So then to get back to the downloads, do you want to know that your soulmate clients can find you, that they will value your expertise and your gifts in this world, and that you can be in alignment with serving them, that you can clear, release, and let go of the fear that you'll get haters or people who don't really understand it or who think that you're like too woo, that you can clear, release, and let go of those fears or worries. And if you would like that, you can say yes. And you want to forgive yourself completely in all levels for any and all, quote, failures or mistakes you've made in your business or in a certain product or offering or launch, and allow yourself grace as you learn on this journey, as you expand your own skills and mindset and tool belt of how to be an entrepreneur and a spiritual entrepreneur in this space, and that you know how you can love yourself through this process and show up for yourself for your highest and best good and your optimal health. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And you want to clear, release, and let go of the societal belief systems that business has to be hard, that being an entrepreneur has to be hard, or that you have to sacrifice parts of yourself, either your physical well-being or your like bank account, in order to be an entrepreneur. And if you'd like to clear, release, and let go of those completely in all levels and resolve that on a history level, you can say yes. And then we can integrate those changes. I can offer you a general healing for any other area of your life or your business or your body that's ready to be healed right now. And fill you up with your higher power's unconditional love, compassion, peace, and prosperity. And if you would like that, you can say yes. And then you can take a couple deep cleansing breaths. And I'd love for you guys to share how that's feeling in your body in the comments below. Lots of clearing energy happened. I'm like sweating. And I'm usually like so cold, like my hands are always cold, but like when lots and lots of clearing happens, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like sweating. And hi Laura, hi Anne, hi Tina, hi Annette. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night, and I loved seeing all the yeses and loves coming up. So there's lots of other things that can be holding us back in our business. And for those of you who know how to muscle test, that's amazing and awesome. For those of you who don't, you can take your thumb and finger, put it in an OK symbol, and it works because your muscles are connected to your subconscious mind. So you can use your other fingers as like pliers. You can hold it in whatever way that you feel most comfortable. I'm just doing it this way so you guys can see. So you can say out loud, yes, and it stays strong. Because our muscles know if we're saying a true statement and it stays strong, and if we're lying to ourselves, our muscles get a little bit weaker, which allows it to break. So if I say yes, stay strong. If I say my name is Laura, stay strong. So you guys can try that at home. Yes, my name is Laura. And then if I say my name is Jack, it breaks. So you guys can try that too. And this is super valuable because you can connect into your subconscious without judging it, without judging what's coming up for you, and be like, okay, sometimes half of the solution is knowing the problem super clearly. So you can be like, this is the root. This is the subconscious limiting belief that's coming up for me that I'm ready to heal. And then you can muscle test things. So some things that are coming up right now to muscle test that you can go like this and pull without judgment, and you don't have to share. Other people don't need to know. You can like do it down here if you're around other people. If you're in public or something and you don't want to be like up like this, you can do it really discreetly. You can muscle test business is hard. and see if you get a yes or no. I have to sacrifice my body for my business. I can be successful as an entrepreneur. I am worthy of charging, and then you can put X amount of dollars. So if you're like, I'm worthy of charging $95 an hour, or I'm worthy and deserving of charging $2,222 for a private VIP package for a client, or whatever's coming up for you. So then you can be like, oh, okay, I have subconscious limiting beliefs around that I need to shift and change. And it's not a judgment thing of like, oh fuck, I consciously raised my hand and I'm like, I should only ever get $60 for the healing work that I do. No. It's not like a crystal ball of like, this is all that you can ever do, and it's not a limitation thing. It's just whatever is in your subconscious at this exact present moment of time, but you can shift it and change it. And I remember the first time I worked with one of my theta healers, and I went from I can charge $85 an hour to $250 an hour. I was like, holy fucking shit. I'm like, this is amazing. And I got super excited because up until that point, I went from like 30 to 60 to 70 to like 75 to 85. Like it was little increments in like my first year of business, which was like really, really slow. First year and into my second year. So it's so important for us to be mindful of what is in our subconscious and to clear, release, and let go of it. Because that is 100% in our power. And there's so many different ways that you can tap into your subconscious and clear it. My absolute favorite way that works the best with my body and tends to work the best with the people who are attracted to my energy is theta healing. Because you can go to the root of whatever your muscle testing of whatever is in your subconscious and clear it completely in all levels. And Anne's saying, thank you, Goddess, for the reminder of muscle testing. I know, it's amazing. I love it. It's my favorite tool. I muscle test a lot, but I do theta healing like every single day. Even if it's just like on the weekend and I'm clearing my energy, like I am using theta healing every single day. It's my most favorite tool. So if those subconscious limiting beliefs are coming up for you, if you did muscle testing and you're like, oh shit, one of those things was coming up for me, or if you're like, I wonder if I'm like still angry at my business. Some people have tried their business, failed, and then gone back to the corporate world, and then they're trying to do their business on the side. So they have a lot of resentment or anger around their business not providing in the past and fear that that's going to be how it always is. So there can be all these different subconscious limiting belief systems that can come up for people. And I do not perceive myself to be a business coach, but it's interesting because I'm in my third year of business and I'm really, really called to supporting other light workers and stepping up and shining their light more and doing really transformational work. I'm getting a lot of business type questions about like what I've done, what limiting beliefs I've had to clear, how to step forward and do more things and do offerings and show up on Facebook Lives and create content and channel content from a good space that resonates with my soul sister clients. So if you have questions about that, put it in the comments below. If you're like so fucking ready to move forward that you're like, yeah, the world needs what I have right now, and like I'm sending love to the world and living without putting focus on the negative things we're doing. But if we have about 8-ish years to get a 50-50 chance if we're not going to like make irreversible damage to the only planet that we have to live on, then more light workers need to shine their fucking lights and show up right now, which is why I'm like so called to just do like deep dive mini healings on my like Facebook Lives. Some of my friends are like, you're giving away too much. It's too much to like just do clearings. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to reincarnate with my body in this bank account. What I am going to reincarnate with and bring children onto this world, if we still have one, is this planet and this space. So more light workers need to be doing their work so we can all show up and shine our light and co-create a loving, healthy environment within ourselves, first and foremost, and then in our communities and the planet that we live on. So I'm all about being the change you want to see in the world, and I'm like, this is what's going to change it. A bunch of people shining their light and stepping up into their power. And if you're like, I'm so fucking ready, I'm done playing in the old version of myself and letting my subconscious limiting beliefs hold me back, if you're like, I am done, then send me a private message. I'm currently enrolling my private one-on-one clients, and from conversations with that, I'm also kind of getting some energetic downloads of having like a group coaching and healing experience as well. based on like stepping up and shining your light and doing those things as well. So I'm here to serve and support my tribe, you guys who are still watching. Don't know how long ago I started this video, but I'm here to support you guys in any and all ways that I can. So if this stuff is resonating with you, if you're like, I need to clear more of my subconscious limiting beliefs, send me a private message and I will love to connect with you, to learn more about what's going on in your world, and get on a clarity call so that we can dive a little bit deeper into what some of your next best steps are. And if it is us working together, I would love to share that with you and what that could look like. And Kelly says, I give a lot. I don't care. Awesome. Yes, I love that you give a lot too. Sending you so much love for giving a lot into this world. So I'm sending you guys all so much love and light, and I hope that you have a wonderful night. Bye.